Hey guys, Martin50 here with my top 5 worst films of this year. Um, just to let you know, I don't have the cases for any of these films because of, well, for the most part I didn't buy them. The other ones I did buy I just sold because I didn't like them. So, yeah. Actually, as a matter of fact, I only bought one of these. So, yeah, I mean, a couple of them I might buy in the future, but we'll see. They were all my top 5 worst, so it's unlikely. Anyways, moving on, let's get straight to it. So you're just going to have this as your image, so I hope you don't mind. Anyways, at number 5 is not necessarily a bad film, but not a great one either. It's Green Lantern, which I thought was decent, but not amazing. I didn't think it was as bad as all the critics were saying you know, but I mean, it's by no means groundbreaking, and there's so many great films out this year. Great superhero films out this year. In fact, like X-Men First Class was one of my favourite films this year. I didn't put on this because of There's No Space. But I mean, yeah. So yeah, at number 5 is Green Lantern. At number 4 we have Your Highness, which I was kind of disappointed by. I thought this could have been a really good film. I mean, it's about a stoner in the Middle Ages, and they could have done. What? Is it Middle Ages? Medieval times, whatever you want to call it. It's gone out of my head. So I'm kind of tired here, guys. Anyways, yeah. So number 4 is Your Highness because I just didn't think they used the fact that it's the fact that the guy's a stoner in Middle Ages to a good enough degree. It's just like, okay, this is acceptable. This is just, it just happens, you know. I mean, like they go with it, like it needs no explanation, like it just happens all the time in the Middle Age, in the medieval times. But you won't understand what I'm talking about unless you've seen the film. But yeah, it was decent and not great by any means. So yeah, number 4 is Your Highness. And number 3 is Hatchet 2, which I fucking hated. I really didn't like this film, guys. I really enjoyed the first Hatchet film, but this one just wasn't as good in my opinion. Because the first film was basically, it had humour to it, and it had the serious elements to it as well, and it done it to a good degree, so it turned out to be a really good horror comedy. Hatchet 2 didn't. Hatchet 2 was basically spent about, what was it, the film's about an hour and a half long, so it spent about an hour doing really bad character development, trying to develop the characters which you don't give a shit about. So the first hour was basically pointless, is what I'm trying to say. And there's near to no comedy in the film, so I mean, it's just kind of stupid that they had an hour where nothing happened and it tried to be a bit of a drama, and that's just stupid in my opinion. Then for the last half hour they kick in with the deaths, and you're meant to care about the characters and all that, and deaths weren't even that good. The first one was so much more inventive. Yeah, so I really didn't like Hatchet 2, so that's why it's 3rd on the list. Number 2 is Unknown, which is a film I fucking hated. I mean, my mate loved it. Well, not loved it, but one of my mates really enjoyed it, because I saw it with 3 mates on one of my mates' birthdays. And one of my mates enjoyed it, one of them just thought it was okay, and I hated it. Because nothing really happens in the film till the end, and at the end, I could predict what was going to happen, because they tell you in the trailer. So I was just sitting there falling asleep throughout the whole film, and then at the end I was like, finally it's over, so I can get out of here. So yeah, I really didn't like Unknown. And at number 1 is Final Destination 5, which, if you've seen my review /rant, you will know I really didn't like this film at all. I hated this film. I was a fan of the other Final Destination films. I mean, the 3rd one I really loved, but this one was just awful because of, first of all, the 3D was average at best. I didn't see the point in them using it in this one. The 4th one at least had a point in using it. It made it more fun. This one just made the deaths more grainy and like hard to see. The deaths were pretty average. Like, they weren't very good at all. There's only 2 really good scenes, which were the acupuncture scene and the what was it? The laser eye surgery scene. Apart from that, it was awful with the deaths. I mean, and the acting was terrible. The acting I hated. what else is there? The characters were awful because you didn't care about them because of the actors were awful. The storyline was just generic. It's the same as all the other Final Destination films, although it's more prominent in this film because of how bad the actors were. And oh god, I just hated this film. It's just an assault to your senses. I mean, because it comes across as a series that can't be ruined, yet the fifth one ruined it. And I don't know how that's possible. So yeah, that's just, I'm sick of talking about this. So yeah, at number 1 is Final Destination 5. So just to go over that, at number 5 was Green Lantern, number 4 was Your Highness, number 3 was Hatchet 2, number 2 was Unknown, and number 5 was Final Destination 5. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is Marksman50, signing out.